Good morning and happy Friday and happy New Year. Warm greetings to parents, guardians, family, and district representatives. We are so excited to welcome you to the first virtual series of 2024 for the Newton County Schools Parent Connect. With the Instructional Technology and Media Services Department, our primary focus centers on our 3E model, designed to offer students and teachers valuable experiences, active engagement, and diverse exposure. In today's session, you will have the opportunity to hear from the CEO of the Newton College and Career Academy and his administrative team, Mr. Chad Walker. He and his team will discuss the application process for students currently in the 9th through 11th grade and the STEM application process for rising ninth graders. Please note that this session is being recorded and you will have access to it through our Parent Connect Canvas page. At the conclusion of today's presentation, we will have a question and answer session. So please feel free to place your questions in the chat box and we will address them during that time. Mr. Walker, take it away.
Thank you for joining us. You are going to get so much about Newton College and Career Academy into the STEM Institute today. It's going to be a little bit more than just the application process. We felt like we needed to make sure that you guys knew a little bit about Newton College and Career Academy and the STEM Institute before we jump right into, hey, this is how you apply. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and we'll be happy to answer any and all questions at the end. To tell you a little bit about us, so we are the 2023 Georgia College Career Academy of the Year. We were named that back in November at the Governor's Workforce Summit, which was a huge honor. This is the first time we have won that award. We have been doing amazing things, and hopefully you will hear about that. But one of the things that I will say is it starts with high quality educators. We are blessed to have the 2024 Newton County School Teacher of the Year, Miss Dr. Cecily Gunter. She's one of our ag instructors. And we also are the home of the 2023 Teacher of the Year, Miss Laura Lambert, who's on and will be telling you a little bit about STEM. Not only was Laura the county winner, but she was a top 10 state finalist. So we are really about the high quality education here at the STEM Institute and the Newton College and Career Academy. So this journey began way back in 2012, and people often say, what's the Newton College and Career Academy? What's NCCA? Well, first of all, you got to know where we're at. So we're off of Brown Bridge and we're on Ram Drive. We're about 4.5 minutes or 4.5 miles or 8 minutes from Newton High School. As you see here, we are about 12.5 miles from Alcovey and about 8.2 miles from Eastside. We're in the center of really kind of what the educational Newton County school systems. We're not far from the square. Great location. We're at the old Newton High School. So before we even begin, we want to make sure you know where we are so that you can find us. We have an open house next Thursday. That is January 18th. We want everybody to know that they can come out and see and actually tour our building and see all the different pathways. So this is kind of a picture overview of our campus. So if you look at this, we have 2 buildings on campus. Our main building is the one on the left, and we have a Porter Auditorium and the house of our STEM Institute, which is our academic branches on the right. We have a full working farm. Our agriculture department is very active. We have a show arena, and we house livestock for our FFA program, as well as an aquaponics lab. So you know that this is the main entrance for the Career Academy's building. And that was the building on the left. And on the right is we have a shared use facility, and that is we have a partnership with the Newton Arts Association that we host the Porter Performing Arts Center. That is where our general overview will be on Thursday night. And you can look at that bottom right hand. It's a gorgeous remodel about 6 years ago, part of the East Bloss. But as you can see, about 6 years ago, the old Newton High School was remodeled through the partnership with the Arts Association. About $6 million was put into that facility. Our mission statement at the Career Academy is to enhance academic achievement and provide students with the knowledge and skills necessary to succeed in post-secondary education and the workforce. We're a college and career academy. It's a joint. We have a lot of kids that do both. We're a unique charter high school because we receive students from all three high schools, Alcovey, Eastside, and Newton. You are not a graduate of Newton College and Career Academy. We are a program. So your students attend the base schools. They attend the base schools and they come over to us after they attend the first period at their base school. So if you look at the schedule on the left, you can see that they have first period at the base school. Then there's a transportation. We provide, the Newton County School System provides bus transportation to our facility. So after they go there, they are then bused to us. They have the ability to participate in any athletic events at their base school, any extracurricular activities, whether it's chorus, band, all of that stuff is through their base school. At the end of the day, we bus them back in time to catch their bus to go to go home. You can be picked up here at school, or you can be picked up at your base school if you are somebody who is a car rider. If you look at that, you look at, well, that's only three periods, Mr. Walker. Well, we're on a block schedule. We have an A day and a B day. The A day is Monday and Wednesday and every other Friday. Our B days are Tuesday and Thursday and every other Friday. You're like, oh, how will I ever remember that? Well, we give our associates the schedule of the A and B day. And if you look on the right-hand side, you can see all of those days are already marked on Fridays for the remainder of the year. It's given to them at the beginning of the year. Now, you heard that little term, associates. We call our students associates. We call our teachers trainers, because ultimately what we're trying to get them ready for is the workforce. We want to give them a workforce development, whether they're going straight to work, whether they're going to a technical college, whether they're going to a four-year college, whether they're going to get their master's or getting their doctorate. At some point, they are all going into the workforce. We're trying to get them ready for that day. Dr. Daniel is going to share a little bit about our advanced academics. This is the college part of what we do here at the Career Academy.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Darrell Daniel. I'm one of the assistant principals in charge of instruction. And just to talk about our advanced academics. So our focus is not just courses offered in this building, but to provide an opportunity for our associates to acquire credit at the college level. And that can be done either through dual enrollment or through taking AP courses. So as a college and career academy, we try to promote higher learning as much as we possibly can. So it is evident, let's talk about dual enrollment first. So it is evident that dual enrollment really just means a part of the schedule you have at the Career Academy can also be done taking college courses at our various partnerships we have with institutions such as Georgia Piedmont, Georgia State, ABAC, Point University. So we have partnerships with the technical college or colleges and universities. And a lot of the responsibility of ensuring you get into the dual enrollment program, it falls on the students. So the admissions requirements, it may vary between colleges and universities, and there's more information on that. Associates are responsible for applying to the college of their choice. So again, there's a lot of responsibility on you, the family, to ensure that the application process is being done. The Students are also responsible for registering for the test. All Career Academy associates must be accepted to the college of their choice by April 22nd of 2024. So we do have requirements and guidelines to ensure that these schedules can be put together and it can be a part of the schedule when classes begin. Colleges are offered on the semester system, just like the colleges and universities. Students will take a set of courses in the fall and new courses in the spring. And again, that follows the college requirements, but it also adheres to the school system guidelines of having a full load of courses throughout the school year. Course registration requires consultation and approval from a school counselor. So it means when you apply to dual enrollment, if you're unfamiliar with how it works, that's why we have our counselors guide you along the way as to the process and what it entails to be a part of the dual enrollment program. And the funding is capped at 30 semester hours or 45 quarter hours. Usually when you think of dual enrollment, you think of just purely academic courses, but that is not necessarily true for our building. We do have a couple of career technical education courses also offered at the dual enrollment level. So yes, we do offer academic courses, but as you can see from that slide, we have automotive, criminal justice, nursing CNA, and cosmetology offered as well. So we have a wide variety of academic as well as career technical courses offered at the college level.
Dr. Daniel, do they have to go somewhere special, or are those CTAE, those automotive classes and those things offered here on campus?
Thank you for asking that question. Yes, it is actually done here on our campus. So as a part of the dual enrollment program, we do have some courses where you do have to attend the actual college or university. However, we do have dual enrollment courses that's actually done in our building where the instructors from that college, they come to us. And the automotive, the criminal justice, nursing CNA, and cosmetology are some of those dual enrollment courses where the instructor from the college, they come to our building and teach our associates in our building. So thank you very much for asking that question. Advanced placement. We have a wide variety of advanced placement courses in our building as well. And again, just based on the slide, this is just all the courses that we offer here as far as the advanced placement program. And advanced placement really just means it's another opportunity to gain college credit, provided that A, the associate is enrolled in an AP course here in our building, and B, they are successful or complete a 3, 4, or 5 on the advanced placement exam at the end of the school year given by the college board. And the advanced placement program, it just means through the college board, students, associates will have to go set up an account, and all the information by the college board can be gained from going in and setting up that account and getting the information from the account. However, in our building, our counselors, our trainers, they are well qualified in handling AP-related matters. So it's not just your sole responsibility to take care of AP-related matters. We have counselors, we have our AP coordinator, we have our trainers who are well-versed in advanced placement and can walk you through that process as well. But this is just another avenue to acquire college credit in our advanced academic program.
Thank you, Dr. Daniel, for sharing that about the college side of our institution. I'm going to ask Ms. Shockley, our assistant principal of business and engagement, to share a little bit about our CTAE and what is CTAE, because that's an acronym. We love to use acronyms. Ms. Shockley, will you share a little bit about our communities?
Yes. So CTAE is Career Technical and Agricultural Education. It used to, you may have heard of the word vocational education. This is what we have moved to. We have 23 CTAE programs here at the Career Academy. We have grouped them together into 5 different communities. So I'm going to briefly discuss which ones they are. If you see this chart, so we have the trainer who actually teaches those different pathways, what the pathway's name is, and then the CTSO. So CTSO, again, it is another acronym. It's Career Technical Student Organization. It is the the student organization that is related to that career pathway. So as the first group is agriculture and fabrication. So we have vet science here, ag mechanics, where they a welding program, forestry and wildlife systems, construction and automotive. And like Dr. Daniel said, automotive is taught by GPTC. So those CTS, oh, there we go. The second one is engineering and industrial systems. So we have an engineering, drafting and design pathway, and then a robotics and manufacturing. And if you've ever heard of VEX Robotics, so we do have that student organization here as well. The third one, creative media and computer science. So we have an animation pathway, marketing, computer science, and audio, video, technology, and film. And then we have, go back. There we go. At the bottom is healthcare and bioscience. So we have an allied health pathway, sports medicine, biotechnology, and the CNA program that is taught by GPTC. Service and hospitality. So we have culinary arts, early childhood education, and then cosmetology and criminal justice. Also here we have another student organization called CTAE, Career Technical Instruction. We have work-based learning where our students can, one of their classes is to go to work in a field that they are interested in and pursuing. And then we also have EBI, Entrepreneurial Business Incubator. So we have several of our students that want to start their own business. So Ms. Schott, our EBI instructor, she works with those students to come up with a logo, a business plan. And we also have showcases throughout the year during our lunchtime for those students to sell those products to the rest of the students. Okay, so this is our ag education program. We are a 3-star chapter. They're only about, I think it's 3%, top 1% of FFA chapters in the nation. So what they do, again, top 1% of FFA chapters, they have hands-on management of the working farm, like Mr. Walker mentioned, and then all students do participate in an SAE, which is a supervised agricultural experience. We have a working sawmill here, so the students get to learn how to use it. We have bees, so they get to go and learn all about the process of having bees, and then having the honey. The students also, our vet science, well, I think that's on the next slide.
Well, let me ask you a question, Ms. Shockley. When we look at this, why is agriculture so important in Newton County? And what type of business partners do we have that come work with our students and come and guest speak? Because we are that side with our ag and really all of our pathways. It's about bringing what they call the classroom is a little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So we do all of our programs work with lots of our business and industry partners in Newton County. We are working to fill the workforce pipeline that everyone has. So a lot of our business and industry will come in to serve as guest speakers. We take students out and on field trips to tour facilities to see what that job is and to show like this is the steps they need to take to get that job and what careers that they can have. We work with Arbor Equity for our ag programs. We work with MTI, Mechanical Trades Institute. Mr. Walker, you'll have to help me if I'm forgetting somebody, because I know we have so many that do come in and we work with on a regular basis. We have toured the Meta facility with students with Holder Construction, them trying to recruit some of our students. So we have, let's see, the Ag Mechanics program. So those students do go in, they get to weld, fabricate metal. If you follow us on social media, around Christmas time, we had students making ornaments and selling those as part of their SAE project. So these students do get a lot of really hands-on learning in the classroom. Again, vet science, our instructor, Dr. Gunner, she works with lots of vets in the county. They come in, like I said, do guest speaking. These students work with the animals. Some of them, they will have a pig project where they get it at the very beginning of the year. They have to learn how much food the pig needs to grow to the certain, or to get to the certain amount of weight that they need, because then they'll show the pig later on. We also have where they'll groom. They learn how to groom the dogs, and then you can bring your dog in. Again, we have a 17-acre farm, so we have cows, goats, sheep, chickens, rabbits, pigs, even a farm dog. That these students, again, the biggest thing is we want the students to have that hands-on learning when they're in our programs, and they receive other certifications in almost all of our CTAE programs. Get a industry credential that is recognized out in business and industry to make them more marketable once they graduate.
Thank you, Ms. Shockley. I appreciate that. Ag is one of our biggest pathways. We have 3 instructors. Our probably second biggest pathway is our healthcare. I know that healthcare is a growing industry, and a lot of folks, or a lot of our associates, are very excited about that. We offer 2 different healthcare pathways. We offer a allied healthcare pathway, which is kind of a more of a general course. When we say pathways, I need to make sure you know pathways are a 3-course sequence. So a lot of times it's an intro, a 1, and a 2. So for healthcare, it's intro to healthcare. It is essentials to healthcare, and then those associates have the choice. Some go to allied health, some go to sports medicine, and some will take the CNA pathway. So when you think about that, that is, we have a license. Our sports medicine instructor is coming straight from industry. She is was a physical therapist or an athletic trainer for many years with Newton Orthopedics. One thing that I can say is that a lot of our trainers and the highly qualified staff is really the key, and they're coming straight from industry. Our allied health instructor is a registered nurse who's teaching them all of that hands-on stuff. Animation and digital design is a growing industry. If you think about why would we offer animation and digital design? Well, if you think about what's coming in or what's in Newton County right now, 3 Ring Studios. When 3 Ring Studios started, before they even broke ground, they were talking about the facility that they're building. They want to start to finish, and part of that process is animation. And so we created a pathway based off that. Our students start from the beginning with 2D animations and work all the way towards the 3D animations with Blender and Adobe graphics. They talk about game development and design. So animation is a growing and fast industry that's probably going to be taking off even more in Newton County in the years to come. Computer science and programming, I will say, what would we do without computer science and programming? It is the foundation. We offer Intro to Digital Technology. Then we offer 2 AP courses, AP Computer Science and AP Principles. They learn everything from Java to basic coding. One of the pictures is the Congressional Apps Challenge. Last year we had the winner in one district and the runner-up in another district. That is the Congressional App Challenge. It's all about design and what we're doing in coding.
Attention.
So AVTF, which is Audio, Film, Technology, and Film, once again goes back to 3 Ring Studios and being the Hollywood of the South. You know, it's Covington, Georgia. What would we do without a video program? And they learned from filming all the way to editing and splicing and putting short documentaries together. And you'll probably see some of the ads that we are going to show in the next couple of weeks about each pathway, and our AVTF program has put some of those together. Automation, robotics, and manufacturing. manufacturing and robotics is becoming probably the new thing. It's probably been around for a long time, but manufacturing is not what it used to be. It is crazy how automated that is, and the skills that you need are very high level. I can say that through our VEX program, robotics, last year we were the 2023 state champions and went out to Dallas, Texas to compete in the World Championship. It's the second maybe the third year in a row that we've been out to Dallas to compete in the World Champions. But last year, like I said, we were the state champions in that competition. We host many competitions on a Saturday, whether it's VEX or VRC, which is the high school level. We also have VEX robotics programs in our elementary and our middle schools that we host tournaments here on campus. I'm gonna go back for a second. Manufacturing. I need to mention all of the different partnerships that we have. We have an amazing partnership with SRG Global that come out and help our students and our kids be able to go and shadow with them. Last year, we had a student, Natalie Henderson. She was the Alcobie salutatorian, graduated and went straight to work at SRG Global and is doing fantastic, doing an internship with her over the summer. And she decided that's where she wants to be. We also have a great working partnership with Nishimbo Manufacturing and several other locations throughout Covington. Manufacturing is going to be here, Rivian with automation, and also Takeda. Engineering, drafting, and design. Our associates here, I know, is a part of our STEM program, but even our other programs here, they are AutoCAD certified, Revit and Inventor certified. They have the ability to take the Adobe test. Some of our kids come out of high school, graduate and go directly working to drafting, making 17 to or more an hour doing AutoCAD. Construction is a growing field. We really, with all the growth that we're coming and all of the not only the manufacturing growth, but also the homes and things, construction. We have a phenomenal program. We're a full-time construction. They learn OSHA guidelines, carpentry, electrical, plumbing, masonry. I can't speak enough about this. We have guest speakers from Inglet and Stubbs with our electric. EMC Snap and Shoals comes out and talks to these folks. This is really where it's growing. If you are looking for a high skill, high demand job, construction is it. And we are building that program out to its capacity. One of the favorite programs around is our culinary arts program. We have 2 culinary arts chefs, Chef Quinlan and Chef Stahl. Neat thing about this, it is all hands-on. If you look at that, we compete in different competitions. They learn nutrition, meal planning, knife skills. Our students also have the opportunity, as Ms. Shockley was talking about, above and beyond the credentials. We have students that graduate from high school with SurfSafe certificates. What SurfSafe is, if you've ever been into a restaurant, they have to have so many of those folks. The manager, in fact, has to have that on the wall. We had, I think, over 20 kids last year that graduated that had SurfSafe certifications. It's whether they're going into industry, working on wait staff or whatever, this is an opportunity. Early childhood. Early childhood is hands-on lab experiences. The picture to the right here is Miss Jasmine Moore. These are young ladies that have pledged themselves to go and become teachers, future educators. The neat part about this is we have 2 Georgia Bright from the Start lottery funded pre-K classes on our campus. And so our associates have the opportunity to work hands-on with those students. In addition to our 3rd level students go down to Porterdale Elementary and work with those kids 1st through 5th grade. So it is a great opportunity to get hands-on skills, practical application.
Can I interject just really quick?
Yes.
you have questions about our pre-K programs, I am also pre-K director. So you can just send me an email, or give me a call and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you.
Thank you. Ms. Shockley, you want to talk a little bit about marketing?
Sure. So we have the pathway marketing, communications, and promotions. So these students do learn about the entire process of marketing from start to finish. They create a marketing plan. They develop their presentation skills in this class. They have reached out. They work with businesses and industry to research their marketing strategies and even find ways to maybe enhance them to help those companies. They've actually contacted Chick-fil-A's and I think it was Nike at the beginning of the year, and those companies actually mailed information back to those students. So they're getting that hands-on experience of working with professionals in that area. We also have a lounge here that our marketing program manages. Our lounge there, students can get snacks, coffee, drinks. There are a group of them that are in charge of it. They manage it and they run it. So again, all about the hands-on experiences that our students can have. So I briefly mentioned about our CTSOs, Career and Technical Student Organizations. So we do have 8 of them here at the Career Academy. These are just some pictures of where they're displaying them at the very beginning of the year. During our lunchtime, we have the officers of each CTSO to promote their program and try to encourage more members to join. These students get leadership experience. They go to about 3 or 4 conferences throughout the year across the state of Georgia with other students. They also compete in various areas. Again, a lot of them are hands-on and focused on the content that they about their or focused on the content in their pathway that they are interested in.
You talked about leadership, Ms. Shockley. I know that we have some amazing associates. How do they become state officers? Do we have any state officers? Any past maybe national officers that we may have had?
Yes, so we have had one national FFA. We had the national FFA president before. We've had a handful of state officers. Currently, we have a state officer for HOSA, which is our Health Occupation Student Association. And then we have a state officer for our TSA, which is the Technology Student Association. And we have a region officer, a state region officer for FBLA. So our trainers are really encouraging our students to become leaders in these organizations, not just here on the local level, but also on the state and national level. So again, these are all of the different ones. Each one of our pathways is associated with a student organization, and our trainers do encourage all of our students to participate and become a member. Last year also we had competitors at the national level with our FCCLA organization, TSA, FBLA, and FFA. So like I said, we're really working with those students one-on-one to become those leaders of those organizations.
Ms. Shockley, what is the purpose? I know that when you think about a CTSO and our pathways, it's really putting what is being taught in the classroom into the real world, the practical side of it. They can do competitions and they do different things. So tell us a little bit about the connection between the CTSO and the classroom.
A lot of the competitions that are related to the CTSO are what the students are learning in the classroom. So for example, in TSA, they are working on blueprints and using AutoCAD. They take those skills to then work with those competitions that they have, and then they can take those to the region, state, and national level. So they are using all of those skills and trainings that they have in the classroom. And actually CTSOs are intercurricular, so they are working hand in hand with each other throughout the day, versus it being a separate club or organization that they would just meet after school.
So we have a special thing, professional skills. Everything that we talk about is we're trying to get them ready for the workforce. And if you think about what that means, and it really is about networking. We have a different professional skill of the week, and we talk about those in our classes. And we start with eye contact, handshakes, because there are things that we take for granted that people teach and or know how to do. We want to make sure that when they go into an interview or go into a meeting or go out, they're going to be successful. So we have a special skill of the week. Not only that, I'm going to ask Ms. Shockley to share a little bit about our employability skills and what that means and how does that work towards our academics, even our academics. And Dr. Daniel, you can jump in on this as well. Why is this important that it's not just the CTAE? I'll offer that up to either one of you who wants to take that.
Okay, I'll start. So we did institute a professional employability skills grade into our students' grades. I believe it was 2 years ago. It is 10% of the students' grades. So we just think it's important to focus on those professional skills, or you either hear them called soft skills, that all businesses and industries want and need. When we talk to them about what we need to do here at the Career Academy, because like I said, we have that relationship with business and industry, because we do have that ongoing conversation about, you know, what do we need? How do we need to get our students prepared? A lot of times they come back and say that they need the students with the professional employability skills, the soft skills, the integrity, the accountability. They can work, the business and industry can work to train them on the actual specific skills that they need on the job, but they really want the students to learn the time management, the respect. So how that works in our classroom is, let's give time management an example. So if a student has a project and they are turning it in, let's say it's 2 days late or 3 days late. So rather than taking points off of the actual project and their work, points are taken off of their employability skills grade. Because we know that their work is great and how their work, you know, we want to grade the actual work and give them the grade of what their project is. So that's where we'll take those points off of the professional skills and employability skills grade.
Just to jump on the back of that, it is something that is consistent throughout our building, and we don't want to give you the impression that it's something that is only promoted in their CTAE classes. It is promoted even in their math class, their language arts class. We were all singing to the same sheet of music where the professional skills are concerned, because we truly believe that the professional skills has to happen consistently throughout the building in order to see that change occur, and not just when they go into certain classes. So you find that as a collective, a career academy, we promote all these skills no matter what class they go to on their schedule. So we really try to promote that as much as we possibly can as well.
Okay, also with just professional skills, we want to teach our students how to professionally dress as well for whatever setting that they may be in. So we have a professional dress closet. Once a month, we do have a professional dress day here at the school. The trainers participate, the students participate. And if they need anything, we have this closet that has clothes, shirts, dress pants, coats, everything that we can help to give those students if they don't have, you know, those professional dress clothes at their house, or if they need anything.
And Ms. Shockley, once they get that is theirs to keep, correct?
That is correct. They can have that for the rest of their life or whatever they need. If we have students that come to us, you know, let's say they've got a job interview coming up, it's not even for professional dress day, and they ask us if we have anything that they can use, and we take them to the closet and let's find them something to get them dressed so they are prepared.
And if anybody would like to make donations, we accept donations throughout the year.
Can I jump on something on the back of that, Ms. Shockley, if you don't mind? I know that slide showed the professional dress closet, but professional dress also include being able to learn how to tie a tie. So you find that we also have initiatives and ways to build relationships with our associates where we bring the tie rack out into the cafeteria, and we have a day where the young men they learn how to tie a tie, and even the young women, they come and they also learn how to tie a tie. So it's a part of that professional dress where learning to tie a tie is a professional skill that they would have to adopt at some point in time. So it's a good way for us to build relationships by just doing simple things like that, showing how to tie a tie. So
Well,
these
I'd
things are
also
part of
like
it.
to say for our professional dress days, we also know several of our careers that we're preparing our students for don't necessarily wear a jacket, dress pants every day. We have our students in our healthcare programs and in our vet science programs, their professional dress that they would wear once they get a job is their scrubs. So we do, approve them to wear scrubs on those professional dress days.
So the work-based learning is an opportunity to work and receive, you earn money and earn high school credit at the same time. So work-based learning is an amazing opportunity. A lot of times it's our 11th and 12th graders that have their own transportation and looking for a job or have a job already. It's a great opportunity. EBI, like we said, is our entrepreneur business incubator. These are just some of the examples. I'm going to get to Miss Laura Lambert. Miss Laura Lambert is our STEM program director. I'm going to stop sharing and let her share her screen to tell you a little bit about the STEM Institute.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Walker. I just want to reiterate that the STEM Institute is housed within the Newton College and Career Academy. So all of these incredible things that Mr. Walker, Ms. Shockley, and Dr. Daniel talked about in terms of facilities and resources and opportunities, our STEM students have access to those as well, being at Newton College and Career Academy's campus. So one of our main goals at the STEM Institute is to create students that are solution seekers. And we attempt to do that by providing an innovative educational environment and using innovative instructional practices. So the STEM Institute, what is STEM? Well, we are all pretty familiar with the acronym Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. But the STEM Institute specifically, we are a selective cohort program. And what that means is that we accept rising freshmen after they've gone through an application, interview, and acceptance process. And the cohort is 56 students per class, 28 for our biotechnology pathway and 28 for our engineering pathway. And so why have we selected biotechnology and engineering as our pathway courses? Well, that is because of our local industry needs in the field of STEM. For those of you that are not aware, life science is a $50 billion industry in Georgia. And just in our backyard, we have companies like Takeda and Becton Dickinson, Piedmont Newton Hospital that are all looking for professionals that are capable of doing the science behind a lot of our healthcare and pharmaceutical needs. So within the biotechnology pathway, we seek to equip our students with lots of lab skills so that they are able to go out and work in labs, whether it's in healthcare or even forensics or agriculture. There's virtually no product that isn't touched in some way by the field of biotechnology. Our other pathway is engineering. And as Mr. Walker discussed earlier, engineering is a pathway that's available to both our STEM associates and NCCA associates. And through that pathway, they really develop some software skills, including AutoCAD, Inventor, and Revit. But they also learn how to translate those things on a screen to tangible three-dimensional products, whether it's using additive manufacturing like 3D printing, or whether it's using tools in our robotics lab to build equipment as well. And so these are the two pathways that are unique to our STEM program. Now, in addition to our pathways, we also have a prescribed program of study within the STEM program. When you come in as a 9th grader to our program, those 56 students are taking the same exact courses. So all of our 9th graders and all of our STEM cohorts take this STEM program of study. And specifically, it includes AP classes as early as 9th grade. all of our ninth graders take 2 AP classes, AP Biology and AP US Government. And then during their sophomore year, they also take 2 AP classes, including AP Seminar and AP World History. From 11th grade on, it's a mixture of AP classes as well as dual enrollment offerings should students choose to take them. Based on the pathway that students choose, whether it's biotechnology or engineering, they will complete their 3-course sequence. And during their senior year, they complete an AP research course where they do an independent research project that we use to submit to local, national, and international competitions. Now, in addition to our unique program of study, we also have a unique process that we follow to help students through the challenging projects that we put in front of them. It's a lot like the scientific method. It's a lot like the engineering design process, but within the STEM Institute, we call it the BRIGHT process. And the BRIGHT stands for the brief, research, incorporate, generate, hypothesize, and tinker. And all of our students learn how to use this process to help them solve problems and to do the projects that we put forth. Some examples of these BRIGHT projects include some from this semester. On the right-hand side of the screen, you actually see 2 student groups who've recently been named Samsung Solve for Tomorrow finalists. There were actually only 6 teams selected in the state of Georgia, and we had 2 of those 6 teams. And what's really great about these BRIGHT projects is that these are not extracurricular projects. These are co-curricular projects. These are projects that they do within their courses already. The students holding the big purple CPR mat, they actually completed that project in their English class. And the students on the right-hand side holding the shoe, they completed that as their senior independent research class. On the left side of the screen, you also see an example of how we combine BRIGHT projects with those CTSOs that Ms. Shockley mentioned. This is an example of a project that a student did in her engineering class, and they later submitted it for a TSA competition. Besides our academics, the big thing that I want to stress about the STEM Institute are all of the incredible opportunities available to the associates that come and are accepted into our program. The first of those is our Flex Day model. So Flex Days are days throughout the year, mostly on Fridays, where students don't attend their regularly scheduled classes. Instead, we offer various sessions throughout the day that help facilitate student research projects, that help provide them resources as they're pursuing different CTSO projects or initiatives. And this is modeled after Google's 20% rule. And this is the idea that 20% of your working time should be dedicated to personal interests and endeavors. And we want to create those spaces on Flex Days for students to be able to do that. At the bottom, you can actually see one example of a student-led initiative. This is called the STEM Extension Project, otherwise known as the STEM Bus. It is a big teal school bus that has been totally redesigned to be a mobile laboratory. And students are able to take this bus throughout the county and around the community to expose other students to science, technology, engineering, and math labs. In the middle, you can see one of our engineering students working with some of our 3D printers to create, it's actually a piece for a drone project that he and his team are working on. We also use Flex Days to collaborate with our community partners. Oxford College was actually here every Flex Day of December to offer sessions on financial aid, college admissions, anything related to college or Oxford. Beyond Flex Days, the opportunities for our STEM students are endless, and they take advantage of those opportunities. I want to take a moment to brag on our STEM students because very often they represent the best of Newton County school system. Many of the valedictorians, salutatorians, STAR students, and AP scholars come directly from our STEM Institute. In fact, I want to brag on last year's valedictorian and salutatorian at Alcovy High School. They were both STEM Institute graduates. Like Ms. Shockley said, we have multiple state officers for student organizations like HOSA and TSA. Both the HOSA and TSA state officers this year are students within our STEM Institute. Now, beyond just being at the STEM Institute, being at NCCA offers a great advantage for STEM associates as well. So because they're in the STEM Institute and they start as 9th graders, they actually are able to complete their pathway early. And so that often gives our STEM associates the opportunity to complete multiple pathways. So while they are required to complete their biotech or engineering pathway as part of our STEM program, they can also take those culinary classes or those early childhood education classes and just build up their toolbox so that they're really prepared for what's next after graduation. We're also proud to offer a ton of AP and dual enrollment courses, as Dr. Daniel mentioned earlier. We're highly competitive here at the STEM Institute, and we want our students to have every opportunity to showcase their skills, not just within our building, but in terms of local, regional, state, national, international competitions as well. A lot of our students complete projects in class that are used for competitive events outside of the classroom. Just to provide an example, our 9th grade AP biology class is currently working on a project to design a future creature, and they'll be submitting that for national competition in February. Our students use these projects to win at these national competitions. And again, like I mentioned earlier, these are projects that are part of our curriculum, that are not the extra things that they have to stay after school for, but these are things that are part of their classwork that they can work on flex days and use to set themselves apart. And the other key point and a great opportunity that we offer at the STEM Institute is that of exploration. As of December 1st, all of our STEM associates have had an opportunity to go on a college or industry visit this year. We are really proud of our community partnerships that we've been able to build. Becton Dickinson is a huge partner, Pactive Evergreen, Newton Piedmont, SRG Global. Those are some of our industry partners, but we're also great partners with local colleges and universities. Oxford College, like I mentioned earlier, has been really instrumental in helping us expose our students to local collegiate opportunities, but so has Georgia State. They've been great at working with some of our senior research students to help plan and implement their research projects. Our juniors most recently have visited UGA, and currently our sophomore class is working with Georgia College and State University to plan their own research projects for the spring semester. Now, besides college and industry tours, we like to travel at the STEM Institute as well. Just this past June, we had a group of students spend a week or so in the United Kingdom as they learned all about the biomedical history in that country. And we have another group of students heading to the United Kingdom and Ireland this summer to do some college tours and learn about opportunities related to international studies. In February, we have several students that, along with the Alanis program, will be heading to Washington, D.C. to learn more about U.S. government. And throughout the year, we have chances for our students to travel even within the country. Just a few weeks ago, we had students travel to Michigan for a VEX robotics competition. And just in May, we had our first ever International Science and Engineering Fair competitor go to Dallas, Texas to compete in the international fair. So I hope all this is really appealing, and I hope you're thinking, how can I get my student into the STEM Institute, or how do I join? Well, to be eligible to join the STEM Institute, we are looking for current 8th grade students that are on track to be promoted to 9th grade. That means that you are passing all of your classes, you have passed all of your classes in the past, and are prepared to enter high school. Because we are an advanced academic program and we have those AP classes, as soon as you walk in the door, we also definitely recommend that you are academically strong, especially in the areas of science and math. And then besides being eligible to go into ninth grade, we want to know that you're legitimately interested in going into a field like engineering or biotechnology. And so those are our two big pieces in terms of eligibility. Now, the STEM Institute application process is a little bit different than the NCCA process. We have our own open house on February 1st from 6 to 7:30 here at NCCA. Our application will open on February 15th and will close on March 1st. That application includes things like telling us about your accomplishments and accolades. It includes a video submission, and we do also ask for teacher recommendations. The STEM interviews will be held on March 15th or 16th. If you are applying to the Alanis program, you would actually interview on March 15th, but most people will be interviewing March 16th. And then finally, decisions will be sent out on April the 12th regarding STEM acceptance. And just a reminder, we are a cohort, so we only accept 56 students into our upcoming class of 2028. If you would like to know more about the STEM Institute, we are online. We have a very great online presence. We have a website, and we also have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. Again, my name is Laura Lambert. I'm the STEM Institute Program Director, and we also have our incredible Dr. Grenetta Turner, who is our STEM Institute counselor. So I will hand this over to Mr. Walker. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Laura. That was awesome. I appreciate that. I know that we're giving them a lot, and I get that, but I hope that everybody is enjoying just all of the information. Let me get my presentation back up. All right, so everybody see mine now again?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So we want to make sure you know that the Newton College and Career Academy's recruitment night is January 18th. It'll start at 6 o'clock in the auditorium for an overview. If you've watched this, guess what? You've pretty much gotten the overview. You can start your tour probably at 6 o'clock. We'll have maps that'll give you the directions to everything. I cannot stress enough, if you want more information, use that QR code on the screen right now. That'll take you to our link tree. Our link tree has a lot of information. It has a set of questions that people may frequently ask questions. It has more information about advanced academics. It is a great resource. Our application is live. It's been live since yesterday. It'll be live through February 1st. Notice there's two different applications. Our application opens and closes before the STEM Institute. So if you're an 8th grade parent and you go in there and you say, well, it's not working, right now it's only for 9th, 10th, or 11th grade, current 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students. It is easy to remember. bit.ly, apply to NCCA. bit.ly, apply to NCCA, and the application will be open through February 1st. You know, Newton College and Career Academy, the STEM Institute, probably 5 or 6 years ago, the Newton County school system came out with the Portrait of a Graduate. And when they came out with the Portrait of a Graduate, we immediately thought, this is our kids. Critical thinker, future thinker, resilient, collaborative. All of these things are what we want our associates to be. We try to make sure that they are given all of the resources and all of the education to be that. Knowledge seeker, what does that mean? We're not going to spoon feed them. They got to figure it out. It's that hands-on aspect. But we are a prime example of what a portrait of a graduate could look like. We graduate excellence. I know that Mr. Chur at Eastside High School says, you know, Eastside graduates excellence, so does Newton, so does Alcovey. Remember, folks, all of our kids graduate from their base school. They can be honor graduates, they can be AP scholars, all of that. You're not making a choice between one school and the other. We're an extension, we're a program from all three schools. We graduate excellence as well. If you need to follow us, we encourage you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, or the formerly known as Twitter. But we post a lot of stuff trying to showcase. We like telling our story. So if you want to know about our story, know about us, go back, do a deep dive, go back and look and see some of our posts and see what all is going on. I know as recruitment starts, Ms. Shockley will start posting some things, some videos of each of our pathway as well. Thank you for joining us. I started off at the beginning, highly qualified staff. Folks, Newton College and Career Academy staff is an absolutely amazing group of people. We hope to see you in the future. We definitely hope to see you on January 18th at 6 o'clock. I'm going to stop sharing for questions and let Ms. Jones take over.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Walker, Dr. Daniel, Ms. Shockley, Ms. Lambert. This was some great information. I just learned today that you have honeybees, and I learned something new today.